Hello, and this is Saturday Morning Recorded, and I'm your host, Cohen Vogel. And for today's special guest, that's my friend, Joe Berns. For your weekly tidbit of news, it's that a koala will sleep up to 22 hours a day. That means they only spend 2 hours actually awake. That's so crazy. Here's our special guest. For this week's special guest, it's my friend, Joe Berns. Now, what is Green Aberdeen?
Green Aberdeen is a local environmental volunteer group in town. We're a non-profit group. We just started up maybe a few years ago, and we're trying to keep Aberdeen green, right? We're trying to make sure that we are reducing waste. We're trying to make sure that we are thinking about the environment. We're trying to make sure that we are keeping things clean and energy efficient, and anything that has to do with the environment, that's us in town.
Great. Now, what other sort of projects do you do besides like the one we did here today with Moccasin Creek cleanup here?
Yeah, so today we had a cleanup on Moccasin Creek in celebration of Earth Day, where we kind of just got some volunteers around town to clean up the creek for a few hours. We have done other events like that, other trash pickup events. We are not doing a lot this year because of COVID. It's hard to get together. Usually though, we are trying to be educational and promotional. We're trying to, there's an airplane going over. We're trying to make sure that we get things recycled. So if you go to the downtown concert series, sometimes we'll be there with our green shirts on, collecting recycling there. And you'll see our booth up at places like the farmer's market, handing out information to help you be green.
Now, you're also the orchestra teacher at Aberdeen Central here in town, so who is your favorite composer?
Favorite composer, classical music. Right now I'm listening to a lot of Antonin Dvorak. Dvorak was a Czech composer, and he actually came over to the United States and worked on developing an American style of classical music also, which is very interesting. So he's got the American String Quartet and the New World Symphony and things like that. Antonin Dvorak.
And what got you into music as a younger person?
Well, I wanted to join orchestra because my older brother played cello, so I wanted to play cello. I stuck with it, and I continued to play in college, and I thought, this is so great, I should teach it.
That's really cool. And for your final question is, what is your favorite book?
All right, favorite book. I've been doing a lot of philosophy and things like that this last summer, but honestly, I'm gonna go back and say it's just Harry Potter. I know that that's probably a lot of favorites for a lot of people, but I love that series, and I've read through those books probably 3 or 4 times. I read through the first one probably 10 or 12 times. Can't get enough of it.
Cool. Thank you. That's all the time we have for you today.
Hey, thanks.
Here's Eva's word of the week.
Exhilarated.
Here's the 30 seconds of nature. Here's the Take 5. Here's this week's Take 5. Now for your first question, are you a morning person or night person?
Night person.
How do you like your eggs?
Over easy.
What's your favorite sitcom?
How I Met Your Mother.
And have you ever peed in a pool?
No, not yet.
And then, if you could help an endangered species of animal, what would it be?
The pangolin.
Okay, thank you. The pangolin was a good choice, but I have mentioned that before in a previous episode. So, and of course, feel free, you could go donate, or not donate, I guess. go donate and help out the pangolin too. But you should also consider helping out the Sumatran rhinoceros, because their population is very, very low. You can help them out by going to worldwildlife.org. From there, clicking adopt and then adopt a Sumatran rhinoceros. There's many ways you can adopt one. And of course, the most popular choice is to get a stuffed animal of that animal along with it. And of course, you should always consider helping out any animal species that's endangered. For my book recommendation this week, I'm going to be recommending The Trials of Apollo, The Tower of Nero. And unlike most of my other things, other recommendations, I should say, this is actually the last book in the series. Unlike the first, this is not the first book. You should definitely check out this series. It's an amazing series. It's by Rick Riordan. He writes amazing books about Greek and Roman mythology, and it's really cool. You should definitely check it out. Check out the series. For my adventure this week, me and my family helped clean up the Mog. Here's some footage of that. And I'm your host, Cohen Vogel, signing off.